So first, good morning to everyone, and thanks a lot for all of the besides the Scream Network for the invitation and for the effort in organizing this remote event. We all know how hard, how difficult it has become to work under these conditions. So I think we all owe them double thanks for doing that. And as the PowerPoint on screen states, we are going to present this piece that is also a broader research of our duo called Uncertainties. And it's a project that tries to convert into images and sounds political discomforts that we have been facing in Brazil, and it's an interesting cycle in a way because we have been doing this since the street protests in 2013 and working with this material, but also in a very non-literal way. So part of the proposal is also to address those topics indirectly and with more subtle tones to it, because as we all know, political discourses and confrontations on social network and this kind of things, they have become too black and white and emotional. And in Brazil, it looks like it's a soccer team crowd disputing over their favorite club instead of rationalizing and debating properly these issues. So the idea was to discuss this with another key. And it's a set of projects. It started with a performance in this festival at Itaú Cultural in São Paulo, curated by Lucas Bambosi, called the On Off Show. And it's one of the permanent live cinema exhibitions in Brazil. It goes on for 11 years now. And we participated in the ninth edition, if I'm not wrong, and or 10th. I'm not sure at the moment. But so it started as this stage performance, and the projects that were meant to be installed physically during besides the screen is let's say a derivation of that called Walk. It's an installation that we've also presented at Casa da Lapa in São Paulo, and it's based on the last scene of the performance, which is essentially an outline of a crowd going towards the audience. And I think what's important also to remark about this project is that it has been evolving and somehow, unfortunately, having to dialogue with scenarios that are getting worse by the day. And we have been addressing all sorts of issues, like, let's say, this fire. I don't know the proper word, but like these fires in the Amazon or the indigenous questions in Brazil. And of course, everyone knows that with our psychotic president, things have become increasingly surreal and worse by the day in the country. And I mean, that's also, the project somehow follows these topics and try to discuss them, but always in a more poetic and subtle way. And I think with that, I leave to Dudu, who has some topics to develop on that.
Thank you all for your presence. Thank you, Marcos, producing. I will relate all our concept, as Marcos said. to the concept I'm developing, actually, the becoming environment, which in this case, I also put a block of becoming, let's say becoming liberation, becoming environment. Today I made something more clever stuff. I read in Portuguese and I have the subtitle in English, so we can have both languages. Então, buscamos evocar essas sensações em relação ao entorno de agora, no agora e na pessoa, em sua realidade, sem recorrer aos gêneros cinematográficos para a construção de pontes associativas e subjetivações, e sim também provocá-las a partir de cadeias e de significantes. Não remetemos a essas sensações, não trazemos imagens culturais que as representem, e muito menos atraímos os espectadores para os nossos universos pessoais. Entramos em devir com essas sensações, que, por sua vez, se desterritorializam, entrando em devir com o entorno circunstancial sociopolítico-ambiental do espectador, estabelecendo longitudinais que transversalizam tais sensações em reverberações nas cavidades corporais dos espectadores. Ser, medo, apesar da construção dos artistas criadores na escolha das qualidades sensoriais que desejam trabalhar, ao entrarmos em devir com essa nebulização sociopolítica midiática, se instala um processo de subjetivação das sensações e sentimentos, molecularizando em seus múltiplos reflexos no espaço até se tornarem minúsculas partículas reverberantes. Reverberam sensações no espectador na medida em que operam intensidades enquanto experiência, evocando no outro suas próprias sensações e relações com relação ao seu entorno. Seria a imagem da reverberação de ondas sonoras num espaço enorme e regular como uma catedral medieval. As ondas, logo que emitidas pela sua fonte, se espalham no espaço direcionalmente, sendo refletidas pelos obstáculos encontrados. Seus primeiros reflexos são executados com clareza e definição, e ainda é possível estabelecer de onde vem e sua direção. Mas após milissegundos, esses primeiros reflexos sofrem outras interferências de obstáculos no espaço, refletindo de fase e pequenas ondas nas direções. Estas, por sua vez, vão se refletindo novamente e sucessivamente nesses obstáculos e sofrerão mais interferências e cancelamentos de fase no espaço e dentre si, até se tornarem menores ainda e tão difusas que o que se percebe é um grande bafo amorfo sonoro, uma reminiscência que já não mais guarda aspectos e características do seu original, apenas uma neblina sonora resultante das inúmeras desterritorializações ocorridas, que nada mais é senão uma transversal dentre todas as memórias, pontos daqueles espaços acústicos. Então aqui, I would like to finish my talk saying thank you all for your attention. And here's some pictures of our presentation on off, which Marcos presented before. So in this presentation, we work with light designer Camille Lohan, who's also in this picture. And actually in this scene, we're in the middle of our presentation. So Marcos was using these videos with low contrast, and we were working with both working with music and sound, and with more like saturated sounds and repetitive sounds and some ostinatos, and also all of this blended in this really cloudy ambient proposed by Camille Lohan. So we have some more pictures. This would be our next on the stage. So we are also in this foggy.
Yeah, maybe sorry to interrupt you, but maybe one very quick remark. I think that is an important thing that you mentioned, and I forgot about it. The whole concept in terms of image is working with very few contrast in the material to explore the subtlety of shades of grays. And the idea is that high contrast is somehow relatable to this more, let's say, harsh dispute of discourse in the networks. And we are trying to make things less visible to oblige people to somehow have to think harder and deal with that less automatically. Let's say.
Yes, yeah, this is what's really important to say. So I think it's well, we our time is almost done. So I'd like to thank you all for your attention.